everyone! Welcome to another episode of Break the Mold. I am Joji, and today we're going to have a mukbang! So, in front of us is a 3-pound lobster. And today, I'm so excited to have this 3-pound lobster. Shout out to Miss Jonna for helping me purchase this lobster. So this is in celebration of me breaking the mold and finally creating my YouTube channel. So let's get into it and let's have the first bite. So this is my first time to have a mukbang. Shout out to my colleagues na always naga-drawing ng mukbang. This is for you. I'm coloring our drawing mukbang. So, oh my god, look at this. Oh my god. So I cooked this myself with lime soda and seasonings and yon. And we have also garlic rice down here. And today's topic is the King Enternal Monarch finale prediction. So, for those of you who is not fan or have not watched the King, I'll tell you a synopsis of the story. You can also help me if na ako'y makalimtan. You can comment down below some details that I have not mentioned. So for those who don't have an idea what is the King or Eternal Monarch, the lead actor for the King is Lee Min-ho and the leading lady is Kim Go-yeon. Correct me if I mispronounce the name. So they are the lead actor and actress of the series. So ngayon, it's Thursday. This weekend is the finale of the King. That's why we are going to predict. We will mention some predictions that I have my own and predictions that I have read from Reddit. For those who don't have idea, the King started actually with the legend of a mythical flute they call Manpasikjuk. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. To my Korean friends out there, char, no, again. You can correct me if I mispronounce the name. Manpasikjuk. I call it samgyupsal para dali. But for the benefit of this story, we'll call it the magical flute para we will not mispronounce it along the way in our discussion. Now, so the story started with the legend of the mythical flute. So it started in the kingdom of Korea. And according to the legend, the magical flute can help in drought season na magka-rain, or mag-stop ang rain if it's rainy season, or if you play down the flute, your enemy will retreat, the waves will stop, something like that. Now, in the Kingdom of Korea, medyo modernized kingship ang ilahang country. So they have a king. So, kaning king, the king have a half legitimate brother who wants to have in possession the magical flute. So, he committed treason and then he killed the king. Tapos, naabtan siya sa crown prince. On the later part of the series, it will be explained why. Because daw, nakadungog ang crown prince. The crown prince heard the flute. So, he went there where the flute is placed and then found out that his king father was killed by his uncle. Now, he fought the uncle, and para to shorten the story, na putol ang magical flute into half. So, they have in their both hands one half of, each of them have the half portion of the flute. And then, a mystery person appeared and saved the crown prince from the uncle and the people who helped the uncle to do the treason. And then the uncle was became wanted. Tapos using the mythical flute, the uncle have arrived in a parallel universe which is called the Republic of Korea. Now, there, he found out that you have an alternative person, meaning na ay isa ka ikaw in that parallel universe. So, what he did, he killed his alternate person and then brought it in the Kingdom of Korea para ipalabas na patay na siya. Para matapos ng investigation sa case. And then, nagdako na si Crown Prince, siya na ang king. And then, during katong bata pa siya, katong may nag-save sa iyahan na mystery person, na siya'y ID na nakuha named Lieutenant Jung Tae-wol. You correct me if I mispronounce the name. From now on, we will refer to that person as Lieutenant, no? Si Lieutenant. Now, to say it's with him throughout the journey as he grows old. Naalang jud to sa iya ang ID ni Lieutenant. Tas mo tong parang murag naging guide niya kay murag siya pod is not convinced na dito natapos ang treason sa iyahang uncle. So, to cut the story short, na-discover po niya ang parallel universe, nakita niya sa Republic of Korea si Tae-wol or si Lieutenant, and then they fell in love, pero it's a complicated love story because it's not like your typical long-distance love story because it's so much than that. They are from different universe, so it's really complicated. Now, the king is trying to solve kay medyo na sira na ang two universe or two worlds kay ginaswap na sa iyahang uncle ang mga person. Meaning, ang isa ka person dito sa Pikas, patyo niya, ang sa Pikas, ilipat niya. So, that's how the story plays all this time, created by his uncle. So, karon, what he's trying to do is to correct the things that his uncle have done in the past, meaning, he will go back to the time, 1994, so he will prevent his uncle in retreating to the other universe so that his uncle cannot do the mixing and swapping of lives. But the plot here or the problem here is if he will do that, he will not meet Lieutenant, or Lieutenant will not have a memory of him, or all this person na swap na ang life will not have memory of their lives, no? Because makorek naman ang ilahang ang mistake na gihimo sa iyahang uncle. That's where we stop because that's where the latest episode have stopped. So last episode will come up this weekend. So we will try to predict what will happen on the finale. So before that, let's discuss some characters first, no? And how their characters have evolved. So let's start with, of course, the king, Ligon, played by, of course, Lee Min-ho. So, in this series, mathematician siya. That's why it's pertinent to the story because na-solve niya ang mga problems regarding the parallel universe because of his mathematical skills. So, the king don't have a parallel self in the Republic of Korea because his uncle killed his parallel self during the night of the treason. So, he don't have a parallel self in Republic of Korea. Lieutenant, on the other hand, have a parallel self in the Kingdom of Korea, which was called Luna. Now, on the later part of the episode, Luna was recruited by the uncle when the uncle discovered that the king was in love with the lieutenant, who have the same face with Luna because they are parallel to each other. Now, Lieutenant have a best friend which is Sinjay. This is somehow confusing on the first part because during the first part of the episode, Sinjay, he have a memory of the symbol of the Kingdom of Korea, which later on was explained because Sinjay was actually originally from the Kingdom of Korea. His mother is working with the uncle, Lilim. That's why Sinjay was brought to the Republic of Korea to be given a better life. Another character is Captain Jo and his parallel self that is called, ano pangalan niya?
What's your name?
Yunsop. So, Captain Jo is the best friend of the king who has a parallel self in the Republic of Korea named Yunsop. They have a very opposite attitude. Yunsop is very happy-go-lucky, always smiling, joking. And Captain Jo, on the other hand, is always serious, which makes this character interesting both ways. We also have Nari. Nari is the milk tea shop owner in the area of Lieutenant. And then the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Korea, which is one actually of my favorite character because she portrays a woman with confidence, determination, and a very independent, very will-powered woman, which will have a very important role in the series towards the end, this weekend. So, now these people that I have mentioned, except Ligon, the king, have a parallel self in the other universe. That makes the story confusing at some point. I'm a weak storyteller, so you just watch na lang the series. The main point of this video actually is to discuss some predictions. Okay? So, first prediction, actually, I only have like about 3 predictions. First is Lieutenant will willingly switch life with Luna. Remember, Luna is from the Kingdom of Korea, where the king is. Now, it is difficult for the king to give up his life in the kingdom because he is the king. Now, Lieutenant on the other side, I'm not saying it's easy for her to give up because she also have a family in the Republic of Korea, but it's more easier on her part, aside from the fact that she has a parallel self, which is Luna, which has nothing to lost in the kingdom. So, that's my prediction. They will willingly switch lives. Lieutenant will go to the kingdom to help the king correct all the mistake and eventually stay there and have a happy ending. But knowing the writer have an image of making a bittersweet ending to his stories. So maybe my prediction will be wrong na they will have a happy ending. But I'm hoping, praying that it will be a happy ending. Next prediction is that people in the Reddit and Facebook is predicting that there will be death in the ending. Nobody knows. Maybe it's Captain Joe. But I think somewhere in the finale, I'm not hoping, but maybe Sinjay is the one who will die. Because remember in the last episode where the king is traveling in time? Na-remember mo?
Nope.
And then, he's calling the friends of Lieutenant. Tapos, di ba, it's a mystery. Okay, he's calling Yunsop and Nari. Tapos, he's calling Sinjay. Tapos, Nari said na the first person to pick up will die. Tapos, hambal ni Sinjay kay, then I'll think I will die. So, that's why I'm predicting na Sinjay will die. And the last prediction, which I'm not vying because I don't want, is the king will be successful in preventing the uncle in making all this swapping. And as a result, their life will not meet the lieutenant and his life. They will not know about the existence of both worlds. So, they will forget about each other, which is not of a good ending. So, that's it for today's video. Comment down below what are your predictions in the finale of the King Eternal Monarch. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated on my latest video. Bye!